Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dee Dee. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you for watching. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning back and watching. Thank you to those who continue to support me and have been supporting me. Very appreciated. So today I am coming on. I do not have anything on my face. I thought in honor of the new palette that came out from Colourpop, the Dark Vader, I think is what it's called. I will try to put a picture here on the screen. I would play in my Colourpop The Mandalorian palette, Star Wars The Mandalorian. And this is a newer palette to my collection. I have not played in this as of yet. You guys know that I had told you at the end of last year and beginning of this year that I want to play in my newer palettes, even in older ones, and do lots and lots of makeup and eye looks for you guys. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. It does have a little mirror, and this is what the palette looks like. This is their smaller pan sizes. This is my Ticket to Dreamland palette. You guys have seen me do some looks with this on my channel and on Instagram. But I'm just going to show you the difference in the pan sizes because these are a lot smaller than these. So these are the pan sizes in the Ticket to Dreamland, and then these are the pan sizes in the Mandalorian. So you can have an idea of the size. You definitely get way more product in this one versus this one, and I believe this is still available. I will put all the information down in the description for you guys, prices and everything like that, and a link in case you are interested in checking it out. This will be my first time playing in this shadow. I have not done my brows or anything because I have a new brow product I'm going to be trying on camera for you guys as well. It probably won't be in this video. I'm going to do the eye look, and then I have a couple products I need to test out. So I'm going to do that in a separate video, which you guys know that I love to do. So I'm just going to comb my brows up for now, just so they're not in the way. I do have a blemish here, and it's not very pretty. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to prime my eyes. This is the Pretty Vulgar. I shared this in another video with you guys. I'm just continuing to try it to see if it's something that I like. I don't know that I really like it as of yet. It doesn't really diminish any dark like pigmentation on my eyes. It doesn't cover anything like that. I also feel like once it dries down, it gets kind of tacky to where when you go to put the shadows, or if you go to move it once it dries, I feel like it starts to get kind of yucky, if that makes sense. So that I like that. I don't like that once a primer dries that it looks, and you try to like rub it or whatever, it doesn't look very nice. Okay, so there's that. Like I said, it doesn't cover any like pigmentation or anything, so that I don't care for as well. You guys know I like to set my primers, so I'm just going to use this one here. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. I have been enjoying this. I used it in a video that you guys would have already seen, doing makeup in my car for the first time, and ever since I did that video, I haven't been able to put it down. I really do like it, and I do feel like it really helps with diminishing the pores. I wouldn't say like completely 100%, but I will say enough to where it looks nice. See, with that primer, that's the one thing I don't like. That's why I didn't like the ULTA primer as well, because I find with tacky primers, once you set it down, you have to go over top of it. Like when you go over top of it, you have to press versus rubbing or swiping down, because if not, then it looks that the shadows don't set down properly, if that makes sense. So that's one thing that I've noticed with this primer as well, and I don't really care for that. So we're just going to see how that goes. Like I said, I might be passing it. It's not something that I'm like, wow, I'm impressed, you know. And I've used it several times now on my channel and all that. And if you've tried something more than twice and you just are not in love with it, then I feel like that's just right there the purpose to go ahead and get rid of it. As I always do, I'll show you the shades and then I'll place them on the eyes and all of that. The first one I think I want to start with is going to be Bantha Tracks right here. And you guys know that I love to try to use as many shades as I can in an eye look. And today I'm using this cute, it is mirrored, I apologize, this cute brush holder that my friend Lisa bought me. It has fingerprints, of course, because it's all mirrored, but it's so cute. And so it's perfect. I was like, oh man, where am I going to put that? Because I have so many brush holders already. And I'm like, what am I going to use that for? But then I remembered when I film my makeup looks, I always need brushes over here. And I usually use a little glass jar that I had probably from like Dollar Tree or something from many, many years ago. But I thought, why not just keep them all in this so they're easy access and all together. So there's that. Let me go ahead and start. Like I said, I'm going to take that Bantha Tracks and I'm going to buff it into my crease. I don't typically do my eyes before my brows because I feel like my brows kind of give me the shape and the format. So this is something a little different for me, but the shade hardly has any fallout at all. I'm really trying to get the product in my brush or on my brush. Pretty shade. It's not super dark. On camera, my natural brows look so thin from far away. Oh my gosh. I'm not enjoying it at all. I'm looking very scary, but in person, they're not even that thin like that. So it's very crazy. I'm not one for thin brows. I wish my brows grew back faster, like the main parts of my brows. I get them underneath, but not really so much anymore on my actual main shape, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But if you like thin brows, that's fine. You like what you like. I personally, for me, do not. But, okay, that's pretty. So I think now I'm going to go into this shade, which is Mythosor. I could be pronouncing that wrong. You guys know that I am not so great when it comes to names and stuff. Take this shade and just place it on the lid. I may top it with one of these shimmers, but just for now I want to place it on there and just see what it looks like. I'm not trying to do anything super fancy. I just want to try to get used in the shades because you guys know that oh, that's pigmented. You guys know that I love, now this one here that I just, Navarro Sand, which is that kind of golden, I would say mustardy color, a little bit deeper than mustard. I would say that one is a little powdery. The other ones didn't really have any powder kickback or anything like that, but that one, as soon as I got into it, even though I'm just pressing it very softly, it did have a ton of kickback. Some shades will have more fallout than others, you know, and some will not. Like those first two that I used didn't really have any at all, but this one has quite a bit. But it's very pigmented. I'm barely dabbing my brush into it. Okay. Pigmented but powdery. I really love how shimmers just go on the eyes and how they look, you know what I mean, when you use your finger. Okay, now I think I'm going to go into this shade here. This is the Way. Right here, it's like a dark gray. And I'm going to put that on the ends of the eyes. Kind of just deepen that up just a little bit. That shadow is very powdery as well, like that kind of mustardy shade I told you about. Okay, so for now, I'm going to go ahead and go off, finish the face, and then we will come back and finish up the eyes, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts and what I think about the palette. So I will be back, guys. Alright guys, so I am back. I got the rest of all my makeup on my face, and I did go ahead and take one more shade out of this palette, and I did put it on my lower lash line, and then I blended it with another shade. So I'm going to come in closer so you can see the overall eyes and all of that. I'm really happy. First impressions on this palette, I'm really happy with it. Like I said while I was doing my eyes, some shades had more fallout than others. Some didn't have any fallout whatsoever. And the shimmers were absolutely beautiful. They applied to the skin, to the eyes so nicely. I used my finger, then I went in with a brush, and I had no issues with the brush as well. So that was a plus. Now, there are 9 shades in this palette. You guys know my motto. I like to try to use every shade possible that I can. And I used the 9 shades. I did use 7, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think I did really, really good. So I'm going to quickly just show you what shades I used and where I put them. You did see that, but I like to just kind of show you guys again at the end, just in case it was forwarded too fast or you just didn't catch it. So like I told you guys, I started with this shade here, and I put that in above the crease, and then I went into this shade here and I put that in the actual crease and kind of on the outer part of the eye. Then I took this shade right here and I put that on the lid kind of all over. And that shade, like I told you guys, was very, very powdery. The first 2 shades barely had any fallout or anything like that at all. But that mustardy shade had a ton of fallout, unfortunately. And then once I did that, I took this shade here, Imperial Credit, right there. And I placed that all on top of the lid, like all right in here, like on this part and over, all the way over. I did place that with my finger, and it's a beautiful green shade. And then I took this shade right here, which is like a pretty dark gray, and I placed that on the outer parts of the eye just to kind of deepen it up and make it look a little better. And then I took this one here, this shimmery silver, in the inner parts of the eye, in my inner corner area. I did go back in, I did take these 2, this one here, the dark brown, and this one here again, and I blended them on the lower lash line. I did the darker one first and then took that other one and just kind of blended it to kind of soften it up just a little bit. So that is a palette I used. I really do like it so far. It's very pretty, very cool toned, and I love that. I'm so glad that I finally got to play in this because it's a very, very nice palette. So far, I really do like the shades and everything. I think the eye look and everything that I did came out really, really nice. So before I show you the close-up, just want to show you the rest of the products that I used on my eyes. I did use my Sky High mascara. I'm absolutely loving this from Maybelline. You guys saw me test that out for you guys in another video. And I didn't put eyeliner or anything like that. If you're wondering what's on my lips, it is this Colourpop Fresh Kiss Lip Cream in the Rachel. This is a newer product to me as well. Super pretty color. And I did pair it with the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in Field Day right there. So let me come in closer, show you the overall finished eye look. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Definitely if you did, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've tried this palette, if you're enjoying it, if you do like it or you don't, and why, or why you do love it. I'm going to definitely be doing more looks, as I tell you guys all the time. If it's not on my channel that I do another look with, it will be on my Instagram. So definitely follow me on there if you haven't already, or if you are following me, just remember that I do post more looks on there as well. I definitely want to try those other two shades in conjunction with some of the shades I did try today. Okay, so this is going to complete this video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.